What's up, blockheads? Today, I embark on an epic journey to the heart of a frozen world to discover ancient secrets. Psych, it's just more robots. These little penguin dudes say these botnacks are harvesting the atmosphere. They don't like it, so I have to fix it for them. Harvesting the atmosphere? What? What you may not know about Trailmakers is that we never arrived to a job prepared to actually do it. I showed up to fight a war against an actual AI overlord, and I brought 3 wheels. No guns, just 3 wheels and a few structure blocks. It's fine. I guess I'll scrounge and scavenge off the locals again. They ought to call us trail scroungers. Anyway, I build this trike thing and I'm off to see the wizard. Then, magically I have a pulse miner, so I bust my way out and begin exploring the frozen planet of Hoth. Hoth? Wait, is it actually, it's actually called Hoth? Hoth. And it's a snow planet. We get it, you like Star Wars. So after busting out of snow jail, I'm greeted by a familiar sight. Ignition berries. Yep, these little berries are actually organic spark plugs because of reasons. Then I run into a robot, so I smash it repeatedly into a wall till it was dead. Oh, that's a friendly robot. Whoops. I'll just flip a few switches and stick an ignition berry in its butt. There he is. Hey there, little fella. He likes the old spark plug in the butt repair. Then I grab a power core and spot a sneaky cave, so I go spelunking. My curiosity is rewarded with a rocket launcher blueprint. Wow, feels really early to be finding that, but yeah, whatever. Then I catch up with that robot again that I curb stomped earlier, so I stop and see if I can bribe him not to tell anyone about my random acts of violence. He agrees, but I have to go and help his penguin friends in return. Fine, I guess. I'm immediately distracted by a bunch of iron nodes flipping me the bird, so I put the pulse miner beat down on them too. So I find that little busted robot's friend, but he's locked in this big ass bird cage. So the bird is all, hey man, I'm in a cage, and I'm like, bro, that sucks. So he's like, get that yellow cube that is actually a key and drop it on that spot. So I'm like, dude, I got you. So he's like, bro, be careful, those botnacks over there are like meat and stuff. Then he sends me to this secret gun stash so I could bring the pain to his captors. There is a large supply of rubber nearby, so I do what Trailmakers do and harvest the natural resources for my own benefit. And then I get a 4th wheel into the fight. That overseer is screwed. Meanwhile, I'm distracted by a plethora of resources in the area, so I just start scrounging everywhere. As my distractions continue, the moon begins to rise, and I finally notice. This world's fucking gorgeous. At this point, I stop and modify my ride again. I've been picking up all kinds of blocks while I've been scrounging, and it's time to put them to use. 5 wheels now. The botnacks don't stand a chance. I finally find the gun stash, and now that I have actual guns, it's time to build an assault buggy. 6 wheels and some submachine guns. Time to do battle. It goes exactly as expected. Then the game wants me to build a magnet thing to carry the cube back. I don't want it. So I karate kick that shit into the goal and the little bird-faced sardine eater is finally free. I Uber his ass back to Sanctuary and he rewards me with my first tank tracks. So I take these new frozen tracks and build a little gun tank. And since I hate to divide my power between mining and combat, I build a separate mining rig. Then I check in with Captain Pliv. Pliv? Am I saying that right, dude? And I get the full lowdown on the botnack situation. This overlord character is powered by these towers that harvest the atmosphere. Seriously? What's in the atmosphere that is easily converted into energy? I don't need a perfect scientific explanation, just enough technobabble to give me a reason to suspend my disbelief and enjoy the story. Like, make up some tech babble about tachyons and how the atmosphere is heavily charged from high solar activity. Because saying wah, they're draining our atmosphere, it makes me think these poor birds are just poorly educated and don't understand basic scientific principles, like a bunch of flat earthers. Anyway, I destroy the towers to weaken the overlord, and Bob's your uncle. Got it. Let's get back to scrounging. I run into a botnak patrol, and it's a perfect opportunity to test out my new taunt. Take that and that. Eat hot lead, foul machines. After that, I find a little cave full of glow fruits, so I scrounge. Then it's upgrade time. I craft an advanced pulse miner and slap a floodlight onto my ride. And then I'm off to find the first tower so I can turn it into scrap and build more tanks out of it. I arrive at the tower and it's go time. I'm all pew 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 and the bots are all skadoosh, boom, pew pew pew. But in the end, my pew pew is stronger than their skadoosh and I'm victorious. It turns out the bots were holding a couple of birds prisoner for whatever reason. They want me to blast the weak spots to open the cage. I'm happy to oblige. But before I could even ask this guy what's going on with that outfit, Overlord decides to talk some trash.
These nuts.
He loses the debate, so he sends some more bots to prove what a sore loser he is. Why y'all gotta be so salty? I almost get wiped by this ding-dong, but since I'm judicious with my repairs, I have plenty to spare. So take that, ding-dong. And Overlord realizes he's fucked. Yep, that's right, buddy. I'm a trailmaker and I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And it looks like I'm all out of bubblegum. We leave the Overseer trembling in his boots, and I head back to Sanctuary. Once we arrive, the industrious little penguins get to work restoring their homes. Nice job, you sardine-eating bastards. Nice job. Okay, that's it for this episode of Umbra Freezes His Ass Off on a Frozen Moon. If you had fun, remember to click the thing, and I'll see you in the next one, Trailmaker. Peace.